Welcome back to the Sterling Communication Group Thunderdome for another bowl with Andy Carlson, Minnesota's 87th best weekly podcast, a show about everything and absolutely nothing. Coming on one day a week. Sinchuck and is Uncle Nick. Give him a follow on Twitter at Nick. How's it going, Nick?
Going good. Thanks for having me.
Is it really going good, though?
It's great.
Tell a friend, spread the word. iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio as well. The pride of Minneapolis kicking things off. Go. Nick, why do you hate Motion City soundtrack?
I love Motion City, whatever you call it. Yeah.
Are the two pop punk for you?
A little bit. No, I'm just not familiar with them for some reason.
Nick, you know every single band in the great state of Minnesota.
I used to.
Where do they stack up against Teddy and the Holidays?
Teddy Holidays, I do like the Teddy Holidays more. Obviously because I love Beatles music.
And Nick is about to ready to bust a move. And he's not allowed at the mall because of what happened back in the day. He can't go anywhere where there is an American Eagle store because he got down. I don't know. Josh Belter, Remax Bird, is the guy to go with. Speaking of Twin Cities legendary musicians, he is one of them. Also, he's the best realtor in the damn state and city. Give him a call, 763-213-4617. Buy a house, sell your house today. JoshBelter.com, Josh Belter, Remax Preferred. Nick, how the hell has your week been?
It's been pretty busy. A lot of work. Obviously, last week we had an interesting weather forecast going from like 80s to like 70s to winter storm and then sloppy weather, and now it's actually pretty nice now. I'm actually enjoying this. I actually don't like nice weather, so
why don't you like nice weather?
Well, I'm more of a darkness person. I like storms. I like rain. But nope, I like the partly cloudy, sunny skies right now. The grass is finally turning green. It's I don't know, very interesting end of April coming up. So,
is it really? Is it though?
I think it is.
Are you excited for the State Fair? Because I feel like that's just a hop, skip, and jump away.
I haven't thought too much about it. I don't know if I'll be in town for most of the State Fair.
For what?
What's it called? My friend JT, who's in the band The Teddy Holidays, which we just made a joke about earlier. He's getting married in September in Seattle, so I was planning like a road trip over there.
But Nick,
which is doing.
Do they have cheese curds in Seattle?
I don't know if they
do. They have large crowds of large people in Seattle?
I don't think they do.
That's what I want to know.
They probably do.
Hey, you can't prove that. Something you can't prove. So, Tiger won the Masters over the weekend at the ripe old age of 43. And just watching this damn putt.
The return to glory.
Jace. Nick, what do you make of the mock turtleneck T-shirt?
It's fine. He makes everything look good.
Does he though?
Oh yeah, it's Tiger Woods. Yeah.
And they always say congratulations. Look at that hairline.
Yeah.
He's a 12-1 dog to win the Masters because he is 43. I believe he's the oldest winner in Masters history.
Mm-hmm. You know, for me, it was more of when I think of Tiger and playing golf. You know, it's not. I never doubted him. Like I figured he's a really good golfer. It's just a lot of times, like the field that he plays in, though, there's a lot of really good golfers in that. You know, in the top. The top 10 are all amazing golfers, you know. So
and Sergio Garcia.
I think he's cut every freaking time.
F that guy.
I don't know. I think a lot of people, when I was watching, or like when I was looking at the lineup, of the Masters, you know, Jordan Spieth is kind of a name you see. Roy McIlroy also in there too. You know, I mean, you know, a lot of really good golfers, and just sometimes it just takes, I don't think these golfers are kind of ill-fitting where they're like, I hope what's his name goes down or gets a triple bogey. But I mean, you need these other players to fall to make you look good, and for Tiger, it worked in his favor, and he's a champion again.
Look at Nick. Are you a closet golf fan?
Yes.
Just dropping names like nobody's business.
It sounds so. I don't mind golf. It's at. This tells how old I am. It's at my level of following sports because when you watch basketball and hockey, the puck goes so fast. The dribbling, double dribble, I can't tell what's a foul or not anymore. When it comes to basketball and stuff. Golf is so I can sit on a recliner. I could fall asleep doing it and wake up, and not much has changed really. And it's kind of it's just relaxing.
Well, my grandpa was always a big golfer, so it was natural for him to be in golf. But even after he died, my grandma lived for another 15 years, but she would still watch golf because it's relaxing. Because, like you said, you can just sort of come in and come out whenever you want. You don't have to pay attention. It isn't like hockey where there's continuous action. And you really don't care who wins. If it's Tiger, that's awesome. But also, it's like, hey, look at that weather, look at that green grass. Listen to Jim Nantz talking like this. Oh, backswing, down the fairway. It's very easy to nap to. You don't even have to mute it.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and sounds like Tiger Woods might. I don't know. This is all words on the Twitter feed, but I didn't say Donald Trump might now give him a Presidential Medal of Honor.
What?
That's
well, probably the Medal of Freedom.
A Medal of Freedom. Sorry, Medal of Honor.
Well,
whatever the one that they give the celebrities.
Yeah.
Sounds like Woods is going to get one now.
Well, it makes sense because Tiger's a golfer, but man. If it was the Congressional Medal of Honor, and then Tiger and his entire Navy SEAL dream was it came full circle. It's there's a reason why I almost ruined my golf career because I wanted to train like a teen guy. Yeah. I almost feel like it got too boring for Tiger. Just being that dominant, you're like, this isn't really even a challenge anymore. Where it's like, if you beat a video game on easy every single time where it's not a challenge, and then you get bored with it. I'm trying to think of a game. Oh, like Star Fox, if you go on the main easy route.
I kind of get what you're saying. But I don't think it's that easy. I mean, Woods, I don't think, he didn't catch up until today, that final day of, because, that Schauffele fell or whatever was dominant most of the game.
Oh, no, I meant earlier.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I get what you're saying. Sorry.
Yeah. Back when he was winning every single tournament, every single major, and drilling every single waitress of Denny's and IHOP and of Hooters fame from here to Tuscaloosa. And just I don't care. I am bored. I just show up. I get one of these oversized checks. I'm out. Denny's. Something I've been ruminating all week is that how did that stay a secret for so long? Because I know it was before social media and all that jazz, but also, the National Enquirer was around, and I'm sure that something that big, there had to be rumors and conjecture. Look at the Cosby stuff. There's always rumors for years, and it didn't get brought to the forefront until Hannibal Buress made a joke. But National Enquirer is come on, the Denny's waitress says, we'll give you $100,000 for your story. Okay. Tiger's packing. That is all. Sell newspapers.
I guess. I don't know.
What was, also the Nike commercial. Just ready to go. They're like, yeah, we're in. 43-year-old dude. Win a golf tournament. Lots of highs. They should have spliced in just a screenshot of his DUI.
SNL has treated Tiger really well. I like one clip you can still see now on YouTube is the one that, and I think it's Kenan Thompson and Blake Lively do the interview thing back when when she kicked his ass. You know.
Oh yeah.
I think that's still available, but I think a better golf one was when Tiger. I think he left golf, right? And who's the one SNL guy was like, hey, we're still doing fine, and all the sponsors keep leaving, so they keep doing commercials and like.
In his home, where he fell down a flight of stairs, then inadvertently threw himself through a plate glass window. Woods has just been released, and he is about to give a statement to the press. Let's go there live.
Wow. I've been really clumsy this week. So, right after that last press conference, I was in my home having a chat with my lovely, deceptively strong wife, Elin, when I guess I wasn't looking where I was going, and I fell down the stairs. I was disoriented from the fall, so I stumbled to the other side of our house, and I launched myself through a plate glass window.
Yeah, this is what happened.
I'm just lucky my wife, Elin, was there to courageously call 911. I'm so glad to have her. I love her so much.
Also, she's got like $100 million. She's the queen of Sweden now, or something like that. There you go. Blake Lively's
of the protocol of the game.
Mm-hmm. He definitely has a chance to finally take a major prize.
And now, the moment you've been waiting for. Put your hands together for Tiger Woods!
Oh, boy. The consummate entertainer as well. Oh, my God.
Hey, I don't pay you to clap, biatches.
It's weird that Jordan Peele was on Mad TV.
Very dedicated ladies. Very knowledgeable about the sport.
I'm sure they are.
Oh, well, there you go. Nick, when was the last time you golfed?
Mini golf, or are we talking like
Golf. Like carts, beer cart girls.
My buddy Rick's bachelor party, I went with him to the golf course. I did not partake in golf though. I never.
Nick, I feel like golf would be up your alley.
It should have been because my grandfather golfed.
Is Ben Hogan?
And my brother,
Hogan
my brother is a golfer, and I just never got into it. I took lessons in high school, and it was so bad. It was so embarrassing. I know. I don't live too far from that Top Golf up in New Brighton, Fridley area, so maybe I might I'll just swing over there and see if I can.
It's weird they mentioned it. Josh Pelter, Remax Preferred, actually suggested that we should get some people and rent like one of those lanes, whatever they're called.
I'll go there to drink. I don't care. I'm not.
Nick, if we go, you have to swing.
I'll try to swing once. I don't know. It's just like my body doesn't move the way it's supposed to do with this whole like swinging thing. Like there's like bending at the wrist or bending at like the hips or like how the shoulders should be lined up. It's when they try to explain it to me, it's like a second language. Sounds like they're talking to me like in Klingon or something.
Well, it's supposed to be absolutely terrible for the back.
Oh yeah. No, it's awful. Oh no, yeah. I've heard horror stories about that. Like people need like chiropractors after golfing.
What we can do. All right, so Star Wars. What's this one called? The Rise of Skywalker.
Yes.
All right, so that came out this week, and all of the. Did you see the meme of the dude who was watching the trailer? Well, those reaction style YouTube videos, and he's crying, and he was fully into it.
No.
Oh, we'll have to watch that next. But overall, so this is episode 9.
Yes.
What was your thoughts on episode 7 and 8?
I really liked both of them. Very a new fresh air to the Star Wars the soon-to-be trilogy. I like them a lot. I think that they do get a lot of shit. They get a lot of slack still, especially the last one that just came out. I think that was very panned by critics and fans alike. I just don't think they cared for the story and when I like the direction that the movie was going. But I thought it was a fun movie.
Do you think they should have scrapped the entire ties to the previous series and be like, yeah, we're gonna fast forward a couple hundred or 1,000 years and just start over, new characters?
I think they will do that after this series if they decide to keep going after 9. I think that would be the best way. Because I think for like the generation now, they kind of remember the fun stuff from the original 4, 5, 6.
Jar Jar Binks.
No, 4, 5, 6. No. I think people try to forget all that. The stuff from like the 70s and early 80s. You know, little ties into that storyline. You know, the kind of because I think because people who criticize that episode 7 was like, oh, it's so much like the original 3 movies and stuff. And it's like, well, it's kind of to help bridge it, you know, since it's been such a long time since Star Wars was made.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. We're the Cantina Band. If you have any requests, shout them out. Play that same song. All right, same song. Here we go.
So, you've seen the teaser?
Yes.
How many times?
3 times.
I like how this is 25 million views, 500,000 likes, and 67,000 dislikes. Because you know that the nerds and the purists were just you're like, my vote counts. I shall dislike this and show disdain for Disney and overlords.
The only reason I would like videos is so I can like find them faster when if I have to like look for them again.
Oh, you don't use them to express your pleasure or displeasure?
Well, I mean, obviously liking them means I like them. I don't thumbs down. If I thumbs down a video, I don't want to remember it. I'll just forget about it naturally.
All right. So let's give this the old trailer trash treatment and walk through it. What's going on? Sexy.
Heavy breathing. That's my daily life.
All right, so where is she?
Looks like on a desert planet.
Is it Tatooine?
Tattoo. I have no idea. It could be Tatooine. It could be the planet that she's from. I forgot what it's called. Klaatu. I don't know.
Endor?
She's not from Endor. No.
Is Endor still around, or did they blow it up?
They did not blow it up. No.
Oh.
It's still there.
Do you like how? Do you like how I kind of know?
You're throwing out Star Wars lingo, which makes me like give a little bit of hope for you, but I know you're just BSing it.
A New Hope.
Yeah.
We've passed on all we know.
Who's that talking?
I believe that's Luke Skywalker.
All right. You mean the Joker?
Yes.
1,000 generations live in you now.
See, you would think if this is set in the future, sword fighting is still a thing. But you got to think, when did it break from gunpowder weapons? They also have laser weapons. And then they're like, all right, let's bring this back down. Let's bring this back down to sword fighting.
I mean, the lightsaber, it's like indestructible, though. So it's kind of, like an energy beam that like can cut through anything.
You know, dudes have gotten drunk, and then they play the game where it's like, how long can you hold your hand over the top of the lightsaber until I press the button?
Yeah, sure.
Is that the Falcon?
No.
No.
But this is your fight.
Actually, what happened to the Millennium Falcon? Is it trashed? Is it done?
No, it's still there.
What?
No, it's still there. Do you want to know? You want to know what it is right now?
Yeah. Well, how long do ships last in space? Is it like a car where it's like maybe lasts for 15 years?
No, God. Well, the Millennium Falcon, I think, is because it was. I'm trying to think about this now, going through all the canons of it, because obviously the Millennium Falcon was back in the first Star Wars, A New Hope, but it was around at least 15 or 20, I think like 10 years before that, at least, because that was with the Solo movie that came out last year. Kind of had the origins of where the Millennium Falcon came from, because it was owned by Lando Calrissian. And
Orlando Calrissian?
Calrissian. So I think, what are we, like 30 years in the future? So, the Millennium Falcon's at least 30 to 50 years old.
Does it qualify for collector's plates? Like 20-year-old cars here in Minnesota?
There's no plates. No plates needed.
There you go. Every generation has a legend. This one is an unknown actress. What else has Daisy Ridley been in?
Stuff in England.
Is she related to Ridley Scott?
No.
All right.
That's not how relationships... Damn!
Whose hands are those?
You don't see it in the trailer. It's implied it's probably Kylo Ren, maybe.
Now, how come they didn't team up? I feel like that would have been awesome.
It was kind of hinted in the last... Well, in the last movie, they kind of did team up. They worked together and they defeated all of Emperor
Snowden's.
The bad guy from the third one was...
Slytherin?
Snoke. His name was Snoke.
Yeah.
And they teamed up and they killed him and a bunch of like the main henchmen that were with Snoke. But then obviously because they both want to go separate paths or whatever, like because Kylo Ren's the whole like we should rule the galaxy, and like Rey is like, no, I don't want to do that shit.
What is Rey's ultimate goal?
For her, and like in the first movie, it was like finding out her past, finding out who she really is, like an origin story. Like she wants to know who her family is.
Who do you think her family is as of right now?
I don't know.
Do you think it ties into what was that one? The Rebel one.
The Rebel one.
Yeah, that the one-off one where it had that badass lead chick. She was like, "It's a rebellion. I rebel."
Oh, that chick. Oh no, I don't think it has anything to do with her. You're thinking of the shit, I can't think of the movie right now. Anyway, because the last movie they hinted that like what they admitted in the dialogue of the 8th movie, and that Kylo Ren says that the truth. Your family was nothing. They were nobodies. They were just random people who sold you to that drunk planet that you're from and stuff. Because we're all expecting her to be a Skywalker, to have these Force powers, but now it's kind of I believe that anyone can have Force powers because I think at the end of the last movie there was like a kid on the slave planet who like had the Force and like was able to like grab a broom. So I don't know. It's kind of I kind of think she came from nowhere.
That'd be kind of lame.
Yeah, it would be, but...
is it going to be that everyone has the Force?
Well, just certain people have the Force. Because not everyone has the Force.
I don't know.
Finn does not have the Force.
Why not?
He just sucks. He just doesn't have the Force.
Who's the other guy? Oscar Isaacs?
Yeah, that's...
I kind of like him.
That's Poe Dameron.
All right, let's continue on this. Okay. She's going to go Kobe. All right, what is this? Mountains.
I don't know. I don't know what planet that is.
All right, so that's Finn.
That's Finn, and that looks like Poe in the back, maybe. And welcome back, Lando Calrissian.
Billy D. Williams, Colt 45.
Colt 45.
Man, okay. They shouldn't have killed off Harrison Ford.
Spoiler alert, yep.
Yeah, and I don't even care about Star Wars, and I still think that was a mistake. But what can you do?
Interesting.
So are you sure that this is the end? They're just going to leave it at 9, even though this is printing money?
Disney is going to keep going, I think. But, as of right now, this trilogy can be over. And then kind of what you said, what Star Wars can do is do a brand new story hundreds of years in the future. They're doing it right now with video games. They're telling stories thousands of years in the past. It's crazy.
Have you played any of those games?
I have not. But if you're ever bored, and I'd rather us not do it on the podcast, is watch the trailers for the old the Old Republic computer games. They're like 8 minutes long. They're epic. They're epic storylines. They have I have no idea what's going on in any of them. It's like, whoa, but this is pretty sweet. Go ahead.
Been there. All right. Oh, because she's dead now, right?
She's gone. I have mixed feelings about that.
Well, so had most of her stuff been shot, or
Nothing has been shot. She died right after the 8th movie was finished.
Okay.
So this is obviously computer edited.
She looks good though.
We'll always be
That's Ray.
Yes,
Doesn't look like her.
it is.
Is that the Death Star?
It looks like it's remnants of the old Death Star. I can't tell if it's the very first one, the second one, or if it's...
How many have there been?
There have been 2 Death Stars.
That's very annoying.
And then the Starship Killer Base, but... Because if this is the second one, that means they're on Endor.
And who's talking at the end?
That sounded like Luke, but it's all about this.
All right, now, who is that?
So that is the laugh of the Emperor, who obviously died in the 6th movie and was like the epic conclusion of Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, was when Darth Vader killed the Emperor. So a lot of questions are: did the Emperor survive? Is it going to be I think if he is, it's going to be a spirit ghost. So.
Is it going to be a hologram like Tupac?
Not hologram. It'll be a spirit ghost.
Why don't they just bring back Darth Vader? Like, it doesn't even have to make sense. And it'll piss people off, but I don't care.
It's a possibility. It could be what happens. I think that's the big epic thing of what of Kylo Ren is trying to figure out, his life. Because, he, in Episode 7, he famously, bows in front of the old mask of Darth Vader. So, I don't know. And obviously, if you see in Episode 6, in the end, Darth Vader returns to the good side. He betrays the Emperor, kills the Emperor, even sacrificing himself, and then,
Or how about Luke goes to the dark side?
There were arguments people thought he kind of did in the last movie. But...
Luke, something dark side. So that's Star Wars. So,
Rise of the Jedi, Rise of the Skywalker.
Nick, get the news ready, and I'll tell you the good folks about the wonderful people over at the Start the Communications Group. Digital marketing in 2019 is really big for your business and your brand, and your message right now is a little bit convoluted because you haven't done it professionally. So go with Start the Communications Group. They'll help you out with a multi-channel marketing campaign that will resonate with your customers, future customers, everyone. There you go. Find out more. Go to scgbr.com. Start the Communications Group. All right, Nick, news.
You are fake news. Sir, go ahead. Can you...
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
I ain't got time to bleed. You can't handle the truth.
The news with Uncle Nick.
All right, Nick, what's up first?
All right. Over the past weekend was a little thing called Coachella, which is, I think, some giant music festival that goes off in California.
Apparently, yes. Have you ever wanted to go to one of those, or like Bonnaroo?
Oh yeah, of course I've always did. I mean, fine, always did. Concerts are, I love concerts. Music is always great. Something like this is almost too big.
So many people and so much BO.
It might be on a weird side bucket list. Something we don't really, really want to do, but I wouldn't say no if it came up like Nick, I want a free ticket to Coachella. We want to go with me? I'm like, fuck yeah, I want to go.
All right, but what was the story?
All right. Okay, so the big headliner of Coachella this weekend was Ariana Grande, who's the one chick who from Disney. She does a bunch of songs. Thank You Next. Was engaged to Pete Davidson, and then I think he kind of ruined that. Just throwing it out there, and she headlined, and the biggest thing from that concert, she had a bunch of special guests on there from Nicki Minaj and I think P. Diddy Mays, I think. But the biggest one is NSYNC. She brought back NSYNC, and they did Turn Up My Heart and Break Up With Your Girlfriend on Board, whatever.
NSYNC minus JT.
Minus Justin Timberlake, because he had other...
stuff.
He had other stuff going on.
Yeah, get that song that I know. Yeah, look at all these people with their phones. Yeah, I'm not a curmudgeon. Like, I definitely use my phone a fair bit. But if you're at a concert or a sporting event, I mean, there is something to be said about just enjoying it. As opposed to, hey, I'm going to record this. We'll watch this later. Well, you can watch it later because you can watch one of the versions of these other people putting it up there on the YouTubes for the clicks. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I am kind of a closet. I love these boy bands. They have great harmony, and oh yeah, now Ariana Grande kind of filling in for Justin Timberlake, and it says Justin Timberlake was totally cool with all this. It's like, yep, gives his blessing and stuff, and it looks. I don't know. It like great songs. These are great songs. I'm sure these fans. I'm sure this has been a great treat for all their friends, for all the fans at the show.
It's a good song. I'm not gonna lie.
I can't take it anymore.
Pete Davidson is dating Kate Beckinsale.
That's
who
so
looks
weird.
awesome even though she's 65.
She's not 65.
She looks really good though.
She does look good. What annoys me with the whole boy band thing is like how choreographed and dancing everything is. Like, I feel like it takes away from like the songs itself and like because like the poppy songs, what they do.
Yeah, what can you do? It's happy times. Someone's not happy. This next one.
All right, so like an actual major news story that broke out over the past week was the Notre Dame fire out in
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, Notre Dame is the jabroni-ass college football school in Indiana for some reason.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
So as of right now, because the fire was put out a few days ago, there's going to be a long time to investigate this. It's not an act of terrorism. The cathedral was being worked on, obviously renovations, and it seemed to be a problem with the electrical system is what the latest is. I'm on Fox News website talking about electrical short circuit or something that could have caused a fire. Tragic. Facebook, my Facebook, Instagram stuff was all blowing up with everyone who's been to Paris. Always seem to like. I haven't seen so much goddamn pictures of Paris in forever. Like, and just seeing all of it, and you can see the pictures now post fire. It's incredible, and luckily we're in a good time right now. I mean, a lot of celebrities or a lot of wealthy business people have already are going to contribute to rebuilding it. Thankfully, I mean, they're obviously going to rebuild this great cathedral. So
you said about the big pictures. Whitney Cummings, who's a fantastic stand-up comedian, actress, she's great, had this tweet. This Notre Dame fire turned into people bragging about their vacations to Paris very quickly. So here's she got 2,000 comments on it. Most of them were people roasting her, be like, well, mine was a very spiritual trip. Cool. But this did get 270,000 likes because I do think that people understand, like, hey, use a tragedy to humble brag about your trip to Paris, man. I get it. I sort of understand. But also, like, this is an important cultural icon, and you don't necessarily have to be Catholic to or even a Christian to understand it. I mean, you have the great architecture. It's just a monument to civilization. Because now we get Trump buildings as opposed to this great piece of art, so ornate. Like, you're not going to be able to recreate that stained glass window, etc. But it is nice that most of the structure is intact. It's like all the stuff that burned down that can be replaced, and it'll come back better than ever because they got the money.
I can't believe how old it is. Almost 900 years old. That's insane.
Yeah, well, because the church back in the day, that was it.
This wouldn't have happened if it was made of asbestos.
Church was the NFL and college football combined, and Facebook combined back in the day.
And Facebook.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading through some of these very whiny, victim-y replies to Whitney Cummings' tweet. I saved up like crazy to afford a trip to Paris. That was 18 years ago, and I'll never be able to go again. So if I want to brag about it because it was awesome, I will. Cool.
Word.
I think people are expressing their heartbreak for something that they themselves have seen. I don't see any bragging. I see people remembering a place they visited that is now in ashes. That would have been better if it was read as Bane. I think people are expressing their heartbreak for something that people have seen. I see the bragging. I see people remembering a place that is now in ashes.
Yeah.
Actually, all tweets would be better if they're read in the Bane voice. I've determined that.
You should create like an app that can transform tweets into Bane audio.
What's next?
All right. Disney, Almighty Disney, is unveiling which has kind of been around for some time as a streaming service. So a la competition for Netflix, a competition for Hulu, competition for CBS Access, a Disney Plus service. Yes, a way to stream all things Disney for $6.99 a month, starting in November of 2019. Obviously, I said what was that, $6.99 a month, or you can pay the lump sum of $69.99 giggity, which is just under $6 a month. So good deal. What can you get from this? You can get what they're saying is you can get all the. I'm not saying you can get all of it, but they're saying, movies that will be available are the Disney animated films, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars.
Is it every Disney film?
That's the thing. They're not exactly saying that. That's my big red flag. They're not saying that they're going to release everything, but TV wise, I mean, it sounds like they're going to release every episode of every channel of Disney show. They're saying 5,000 episodes of all this type of stuff. So it sounds like it'll launch. Okay, they're going to do movie series, so they're going to create a lot of things with this as well. So a lot of original stuff, kind of like all Netflix can do too. But okay, sorry, from Care11.com here. Within the first year, they expect to have 25 original series and more than 10 original movies and specials. Okay, so sorry, that's new stuff that's coming up. So I think they're going to release a number of them. But I kind of think how a la Netflix does things is that certain things are available each month and then they go away and then they come back.
Yeah.
That's kind of how
Disney's
I think.
famous for like DVDs and VHSs. It's going into the vault and your children will not be able to see this ever again.
Exactly. The big thing with this also is that Disney obviously bought out Fox. So guess where The Simpsons are going to go? Mm-hmm. Probably Family Guy is going to be over here too. So they're going to get a lot of Fox stuff here. The same Malcolm in the middle. Funny. So I mean, it sounds almost too good to be true, so I don't want to jump on it yet. But I don't know, it might be worth getting. I like Netflix myself, so. But yeah, if you can get just, any of those classic Disney films, I mean, it's so hard to get Disney films anyway. They're so expensive. So to have this streaming service, we can, break into, all, because I think there's, 70-ish something films of, like from the original stuff, like back in, Snow White's the very first Disney original, animated film. If you can get old stuff, find some, like Fantasia, Robin Hood, get that old stuff. I mean, it'd be great. It'll definitely put a hood on all the cable companies, I think.
Yeah, I wonder what Netflix is going to do.
Well, one thing they got to do is they're going to start having to cut their prices, because I just had a price increase thing where I'm paying like $13 a month, which is nothing compared to cable, which I do not pay for cable.
Wait, you still get the DVDs?
No. Streaming is like $13 a month now.
Is it?
For me, it is. I should talk to. I should.
Do you stream in 4K?
I'm streaming in 5K.
Wait, is that thing yet?
It is.
Oh,
no, I'm kidding.
Huh.
I feel like they're charging me for it that doesn't exist. That's how often I look at my bill.
It's pretty fair because I think ours is well. Here's the thing. Netflix could double its price and it'd still be worth it.
Mm-hmm.
So people complaining about a $1 increase here and there, I don't really understand it. We got to keep up with inflation. Plus, they're expanding, so they have new costs, etc. It's like when Redbox increases their prices 50 cents, and people yell about it. It's like, hey, man, this movie is still $2. What do you want to do?
They want to go back to Blockbuster.
Yeah,
Blockbuster, I remember, was like $3 or $4, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but then those late fees get you. Redbox, they just charge you, and it's fine. You don't even see it.
I should check my credit card bills carefully and see if they ever if I'm a couple hours late or something are they giving me an extra charge?
Yeah, Nick, you should check it just in case you're getting your credit card skimmed.
I probably am.
Yeah. What's the last one?
All right, last one. And a little one from I think a couple weeks ago. CNN from Entertainment here. If you're a big fan of Grease, the movie Grease, just like I was, came out in '78. John Travolta, Olivia Newton-John. It sounds like they are gonna make a prequel. So Paramount Studios is gonna release a prequel to the movie Grease.
Why?
Because you can milk it. You can milk a brand that exists that's popular among a lot of people right now.
Who's in it?
I don't know who's in it. There's no list of who's in it right now. But I think from what I'm reading is that have you seen the movie Grease?
I'm sure I have watched it over time through various pieces.
If you guys remember the movie Grease, and I'm talking about the first one, we don't talk about the second one that had Michelle Pfeiffer in it, which was weird. How the movie started was a brief beach summer early fling thing with when Danny meets Sandy, and falling in love or whatever, and that quick 30-second montage of being on the beach and stuff. So they thought about maybe the prequel might be about that summer before them going to school and doing the drama thing where Sandy ends up staying in LA or whatever I don't even remember the goddamn school is actually, and ends up going to school with Danny. So it sounds like that's kind of what the movie will be about. No actors lined up yet. I think a couple of people. I'm trying to think who's up for writing it. I think it's
Rizzo.
No, I can't find it here. But I mean, it'd be very interesting. Oh, the writer from Big Fish, John Austin. So that might be a good idea. It could be good, but I mean, I think I kind of hope it just kind of brings people back to loving the first movie, Grease.
No, that's the news.
With Uncle Nick.
From the entire Channel 4 news team, I'm Veronica Corningstone.
And I'm Ron Burgundy. Go yourself, San Diego.
Nick, what are we doing this weekend for Easter? Shoot.
Easter. I think spending it with some family. The thing is, it's Game of Thrones season now, so my Sundays are combined to that. So, yeah.
I heard the first episode sucked.
It didn't suck. It was kind of a setting up to what the episodes will be. It's a setup episode to where the action will be in the last couple.
Din, 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 din. Who do you think is going to win?
I really don't know. I don't think there will be a winner. I think so many people are going to die, and then they're going to be like, "Hey, why do we need a king anyway? Let's just live in small, separate states and just be happy with that."
Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. Also, what is going to happen is you should leave us a rating and review on the iTunes, as well as give us a follow on Stitcher, iHeartRadio. If you enjoy the show, tell a friend, spread the word, add to the Jerome Homie Army. And big thanks to producer Allie for making us not sound so stupid tonight. But for Nick, I'm Andy saying Annyeong Sayonara, and bye-bye. We'll smell you later.
Thanks for listening to Bowl with Andy Carlson, Minnesota's 87th best daily podcast. Download the show on iTunes. everyone's middle name is Jerome.